as we walk into my studio / craft room, I will go wall by wall. We'll start off with this wall. In this corner, I have some prints I bought off a Facebook marketplace, and this cushion also came with a matching blanket, which a friend of mine bought for me. This is my pen station. This I bought from Michael's, who unfortunately do not ship to Australia. So I bought it and had them ship it to my relatives in San Francisco, who then sent it off to me. But unfortunately it came damaged. It's just a little bit of damage, but enough to get me really annoyed about it. But there's nothing you can do about it, right? So you just keep moving. And this little pen stand I bought off a shop called Early Settler, and I love that it just spins. I have a few of these. So I have 2 of these, and then I have one in the pink as well. These little cabinets I bought from Officeworks, and they are sold individually, and they also come in a range of different colors. I bought the aqua because I love the color. So this is an A3 cabinet. It's a 2-drawer cabinet, and I have 2 of them just stacked one on top of the other. It also comes in a 2-drawer cabinet, which I have 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And then down here, I've got the 7-drawer. The 7-drawer comes in 2 configurations, and I bought this one. It's got 4 little drawers and then 3 bigger drawers. Whoops, and it's just going to move. So let's not open that. And I just have all my inkwells in there. The other configuration is you get 10 of the little drawers instead of 3 big drawers. It just comes in the 10. And then I've got my Alex drawer as well, which I just keep all my stationery in here. Moving right along, we've got my heater and my bin. I've got my stepper, which I don't use as a stepper. I use as a footstool. We've got Monty's bed down there as well. And this is my drafting table where I work on all my calligraphy stuff. I've got my light pad there. That is a piece of work that I have just finished for Halloween, which I really loved. I loved how it turned out. This is a little project that I'll be working on soon. My cutting mat doesn't really belong there, but it's there at the moment until I find a new house for it. Up the top, I've got 2 recipe book stands, which I use to hold my notepads, my templates, and just paper. And I also use that to hold finished work that I'm going to leave to dry. Then I've got my overhead lamp. This is a drafting board, so it did come with a lamp, which I just decorated with washi tape, and I've got some simply gilded magnets. I just decorated it with washi tape, and I've got some simply gilded magnets. This is my trusted architect's chair. It is height adjustable, and I love that the height is really high, and then you can go really low as well. And then on the other side of the desk, I've got just a little USB fan that I use. My music station, I've got my speakers there, and this is where my phone lives when I'm working in here and I want music. I've got more of these cabinets. This is a one drawer cabinet, and I've got another one stacked below it, and then I've got another one of those 7 drawer cabinets. And to minimize space, I had a little bit of space next to this bookshelf here, and I just have shelving units which I got from eBay, and it houses my laminator and my label maker, my sprocket, and my power bank. That is my heating tool. I know it's on the floor, but that's where it lives. And then, you know, the power bank's down there. Whoa, it's hard to get up when you're old. Okay, so I'll just move this chair out of the way. On this wall here, I've got, this is my new acquisition. On this wall here, I've got my new acquisition, which is an antique secretary bureau. That cabinet can be locked up, and I'll show you what's inside. Okay, so that's a cabinet all opened up. I'll show you what's inside. These books, with these books, they are quite special. These books are quite special. I did a paper marbling class at a shop called Il Papiro, and whoa. These books are quite special. I did a paper marbling class at Il Papiro, and with the paper that I made, they sent it to Italy, and I had it leather bound in a book. I use these 2 books as autograph books. One of them I took to Go Wild. And everyone I met, I had them sign. And then the other one, I have my calligraphy teachers, because some of them are quite renowned calligraphers. I have them sign my book as well. On this side, I've got a couple of sticker books. These are some of my planners, not all. This is from Filofax. This is from Kiki K. These 3 are Planner Anonymous TNs, another one from Kiki K, and that's from Carpe Diem. On the second shelf, I've got my Prada bag, and this is a jewelry box that I bought from Forever New a few years ago. I don't use it as a jewelry box, it's empty, and I just bought it because I love the color. There's nothing in there. And then on the bottom, I've got more sticker books. These are all sticker books. These are calligraphy tools and my Erin Condren binder. Behind it, I've also got the Erin Condren foil and another Kiki K, that's an A5 ring binder. Okay. Then on the bottom, this actually opens up. And this is where I do all my work. So more sticker books down here, just some like the pen cup and stationery cup. I do work down here. I'll just show you what I use. So when I'm crafting, not only when I'm crafting, but so when I'm crafting and filming, I'll use, this is a We Are Memory Keepers magnetic cutting mat, and that is what I use as a background. I'll also show you how I film using this lamp and a microphone stand. I know the lamp is out of place in here. Red just doesn't belong in this room, but I have ordered a mint lamp in the same style. That lamp I just borrowed from my bedroom. So let me just show you how I film in here when I am doing my crafting. So that is how I set it up. I set the lamp overhead, and this is, like I say, it's a microphone stand, and I've attached a mobile holder. This is from a tripod, and I've attached it to the microphone stand so with that when I'm filming, it films above the cutting mat, and that is the backdrop. So the blue is the backdrop of my film, and that's how I do it. When I'm not using the table, I do like it closed up, because when it is down and open, it just makes this corner here really crowded. So I do like to keep it closed. I'll just show you what's in the drawers as well. Okay, so I've got my distress oxides there, embossing powders, a Xyron sticker maker, some inks, some ink pads. That's a piece of soap that smells of jasmine that I keep in there to make it smell nice. It does work, because when you do open up the drawer, it does smell of jasmine. It's gorgeous. And on the middle drawer, I've got my apron. These are pouches to protect the these are pouches that protect the planners. So say for example, that planner there belongs to that pouch. Not all of my planners have pouches, and on the bottom here it's just some notebooks and just junk. Okay, so let me tell you, that corner right there is my favorite part of the room. That is my sanctuary. Not just that corner, but this whole room is my sanctuary. I just love this room, but that corner there, that's my favorite corner. Oh, I forgot to talk about this bookshelf. So this bookshelf used to be over there on that wall, but I have moved it because when I acquired I moved it because when I acquired this piece of furniture, I wanted everything that I use for crafting and calligraphy to be within arm's reach of each other. So I've moved it. So up here we've got all my stamps. Those are just water bottles that I got from Go Wild. That's my Erin Condren folio. These are just notebooks and sticker books that I don't really use, so that's why it's high up on that shelf. I've got another sticker maker there. That's just like random cleaning stuff. I've got some stamps there, my Planoratic mug that I use for decoration. This little thing here, it's a boab this little thing here, it's a boab. This little thing here is a boab nut that I bought when I was in the outback. An Aborigine carved it out for me. Yeah, and there is a nut in there. I just love that. It just lives in here at the moment. Maybe I'll have the kangaroo featured. And this is just the spare cartridge for the Xyron label maker. And this is just a spare cartridge for the Xyron label maker. On this shelf here is all the things that I don't use hardly at all. It's really a wasted shelf, but there's nothing I can do about it because, as you can see, there's nothing I can do about it because, as you can see, the microphone stand is mounted on that shelf, so it just gets things in there just gets hard to get in and out. So just make sure that everything that's on this shelf is of no consequence or things that I hardly use. On the second last shelf, I've got what are these? They're alcoholic inks and some pearls. I've got the We Are Memory Keepers mini bloom storage, and I bought these. These are mini Rascogs. I got 2 of them that I bought from A Treasured Home, and this is just stationery I bought from Kiki K. And down here I've got some calligraphy textbooks and reference books. Some of these my teachers have actually written and published, so a lot of these are signed by the authors. Okay, so moving right along from this wall, you've got the door there, and then another bookshelf that I got from IKEA. This used to be over here next to that bookshelf, but I've moved it. It's just got all my Tiffany books. This is books from Megan Hess, which I absolutely love. And in here is another pen station. Oh, actually, it's not a pen station, it's a stationery. Over here, I've got some stationery. These are TPS or the Planner Society pens. These are just art line fine liners in different colors. These are duplicates. The ones that I use are in the secretary desk. And then down here we've just got some notebooks. So this little folio here is a folio that I got from Go Wild. Laura Garson made them for me. And I've just got some notebooks. Down here I've got my Planner Anonymous kits. They live in envelopes. I'm not sure if this is going to be their permanent home, but for right now, that's where they live. And then next to that is my washi tape rack. So this rack is really, really big. And Tom actually made this for me. Let's start off with the legs. The legs, as you can see, goes all the way out and it goes all the way in. So I think that leg is about 30 centimeters. So it sticks out 30 centimeters. So as you can imagine, on the other side, it sticks out 30 centimeters. So behind there is, I've got paper racks, which I don't really use. So they're there. At the back, it's also like my little storage unit. So I've got my Christmas tree behind there, and just junk that I don't use hardly. I just used also, this is just a flat sheet. It's just a black sheet that I stuck on there so that you don't see what's behind it, because like I say, what's behind it is just junk and storage. But let me take you through this rack. So I've got thin plain ones there. These are decorative. I bought most of these washi from a place called Chiogami Designs. But then I also subscribe to the Planner Society. So what I do is, it starts right in the middle here. These are all the special release washi. So these are her old Halloween washi. You've got the Valentine's washi and an exclusive washi kit. These are doubles or spares. So I like to have them all together and labeled from the kit that they belong to, and they are all in order. So down here, so you can see they're all together in the months that they came in. And they are also labeled in there, so that if I do use one, I know which rack to put it back on. And then after the Planner Society, we've got some Simply Gilded. So I have the thin ones and a vertical with the silver all together, and these are also vertical with gold and rose gold all together. Then you've got the horizontal, oh no, this is the gold, this is still the vertical and rose gold, and also the horizontals. So again, I like to have them in their respective sets, and they are also labeled on the inside so that I know what sets belong to what. Okay, and I also have the Pink Room Co. They're on top here. So these are, this row is from the Pink Room Co. And again, they are labeled with their names. I just love her washi. I buy the Pink Room Co. is one of my favorite washi stores, and I buy from her all the time. And now I've also, oh, that was my stomach grumbling. Okay, so I also have just started subscribing to Planners Anonymous, and she has her own rack here. And again, they are labeled on the inside with the kits that they belong to. And right on the bottom is all the miscellaneous. On the bottom is all the miscellaneous tapes that I hardly use. Those are the double-sided tapes. When Tom first made this for me, he said to me, I will never fill it. When Tom made that for me, he told me I would never fill it. And at the time I thought, oh, I'll fill it. It will take me a while, but I will. And as you can see, it's nearly filled. Nearly there. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of room, because there is no room, absolutely no room in this room for any more furniture. Anyway, next to that, let's talk about this. Okay, so next to my, and you could see my storage behind there. Okay, so next to my washi tape rack, I've got this bookshelf. Up here, I've just got a terrarium. I bought that from a place called Typo, and it just reminded me of the sculpture in New York. So I've been to New York and I've seen the real thing, and when I saw that, I just had to have it because I do love New York. Okay, so on the bookshelf we have, all of this is from the Planner Society. These are all of this is from the Planner Society. All of this is from the Planner Society. So these are sticker books. Then you've got the A6 TNs along with the pocket TNs, a Planner Society mug, and the mini sticker books. These are the A5 ring binders. Then you've got the personal TN, personal ring binders, and all of these are the B6 TNs. And on the bottom here, I've got another one of the rotating pen holders. These are the duplicates of the Planner Society pens, and these are all duplicates down here. So these are my the Pink Room Co. duplicates. All my favorite. This holds all of my favorite washi duplicates, and these are all duplicates from the Planner Society. So on the top you've got the 10mm, the 15mm, and the 20 and 30mm. I've got the full size We Are Memory Keepers Bloom storage, along with the Simply Gilded Junipers. I got that from Go Wild. That is a Lindt white chocolate that I have to eat. This I got, the llama was a giveaway at Go Wild, and all of the Go Wild washi that I received, I put on there. It's a washi stand, so I display all the Go Wild washi in there. This little llama here is a keyring that a friend of mine who went to Brazil brought back for me. And I have all of my Go Wild pins and little knickknacks in this little jar. In that drawer, junk. In there I've got some planners, some papers, some stationery holders that I don't use, so they're just stored in there. And when you're looking back from the entrance, you'll see I've got my electric fan, which doesn't have a house, so she sits in the corner there. And this little thing I also bought from the Facebook Marketplace. I love that it's on casters, and I use that for my stationery station. At the top I have all my inks, everything for calligraphy I have on this trolley. So some rags, my inks, some papers, some cleaning stuff. Let's see, some alcohol, cleaning stuff, and I just wheel it next to my table whenever I'm working. So I just wheel it next to my table whenever I'm working, and it just belongs right in front. Excuse me. So it belongs right in front of the wardrobe. This wreath, a friend of mine, Emma, who owns Tender Designs, her mum made that wreath for me because she knows that I love Tiffany & Co. And she featured the baubles in Tiffany & Co. colours. And I'm not going to show you that side of the cupboard because that's where all the junk is, but I will show you this side of the cupboard. Okay, so see what I mean when I say junk. So I'm not going to show you, well, I have showed you the top, but you kind of know the gist. So down here I've got, oops, I'm trying to point without it going blurry. So that there is a antique writing table. It opens up and it's on a slant. It's gorgeous. I have to show you that another time. So here I've got I got that bag from Everything Mary. This is the bag I take to Planner Day. It's all fully stocked already. I just have to, when we have Planner Day, I just put my planner in there and washi and sticker books that I'm going to be using that day for crafting. I've got some Planner Society papers in there, Planner Society papers. I've got another one of those Everything Mary bags, and this bag I use for calligraphy. The reason I have the two bags is because I'm lazy and I don't want to switch bags out every time I'm going from either calligraphy or Planner Day. So I bought two bags for each activity, I suppose. On this side I've got my C6 Big Shot, some drawers, and I've just got inks in there and more inks. And these are 12 by 12 albums which I store my Planner Society kits. And then I've got another one of those cabinets which is a 5-drawer cabinet which I don't use. I've got my tripod there and junk there. And I also have the 50 Shades Freed poster there because I love the book, but the movies the book is always better than the movie, isn't it? Anyway, so that's it. That is my room. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.